Okay, now where was I?
And you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
Yes. What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't have
Do you see that what Trump is doing is patting him on the shoulder right there? You almost want Zelensky to punch him right in the nose. Don't touch me. You don't have any right to touch me.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times.
Trump wants to do business. Zelensky's trying to save his ass. Trump doesn't give a shit about saving his ass. He's just a play yard bully.
Except that there are
And here comes Bully 2 again.
disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong.
Litigate? Yeah, honestly, I don't think this whole press conference should be a press conference. If you're going to have a press conference, you need to work out your deal first and then come out and have the press conference. Congenially, we decided this, we decided that. And then we can all shake hands and be nice. If you're going to play schoolyard bullies, you need to do it without the cameras. This is just a show, and I don't like it. I hate to think what it would be like when you guys are behind closed doors. I'm surprised some of you don't have shiners. From getting punched in the eye.
We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good
We don't know that he's wrong.
for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
Yeah, the American people do see what's going on. You're giving up a democracy that's being attacked by Putin. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one. When's it going to be us? Iowa just passed a law to not allow trans people to not be biased against. It's legal now to have bias against trans people in Iowa. They don't get rights. Now, I guess there'll be a lawsuit and another and another and another. In a democracy, you can't just have the majority vote for themselves only. You've got to protect the marginalized folks. Otherwise, you don't have a world that you can live in and sleep at night. Because if you don't protect the marginalized groups now, you'll be the marginalized groups next. Of course, Trump doesn't ever think that he'll be the marginalized group, and neither does J.D. Vance. Because they're sitting there just holding all those big checking accounts. Of course, they don't know what it's like compared to the billions that Elon Musk has. 300 and some odd billion compared to Donald Trump's 2 or 3 or 6 billion, if he's got that. I don't know if he does have that after all of that 34 felonies and what's her name, rape trial. You still got a couple of billion there, Donald? He's going to talk more about what the American people will see what's going on. But he thinks it's in his favor. It's not.
It's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. The problem is
You kept this going so long and you embarrassed yourself, Donald.
I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight.
It's not going to be pretty what you're doing to us over here, Donald. You got some nerve talking about whether it's going to be pretty in Ukraine or not. But here's a guy that you're sitting here next to who's defending democracy. You're not. And it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to watch the president of the country I live in talk like a play yard bully to a guy who's defending democracy.
Fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once
we're not playing cards.
We sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
I don't know what else you can say, really. It's just going to get worse. Oh, yeah, Zelensky left. He's supposed to stay longer, and I don't know. Well, maybe there's a dinner afterwards, or who knows. But I wouldn't hang around with this guy either. There's more here. Do I want to go through any more of this? Trump and Vance are doing Putin's dirty work. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't entertain y'all all that well today, but I'm just... maybe y'all feel the same drudgery that I do about this. I really can't say anything else more about it. I don't think it's... what I was going to say is I don't think anybody would disagree that what you have here is two bullies against what seems like a nice guy trying to save his country. On the other hand, I know that you Republicans will think that Zelensky is not groveling enough and being thankful enough. It's not going to matter when you let Ukraine get crushed. And it's not over. Ukraine will fight on without you. A lot more people will die. Protecting democracy, which has to be done, which you're not doing, Donald. I'm ashamed. I'm not just embarrassed anymore. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that you're not protecting democracy. Hell, you're not protecting democracy in the United States. How can we expect you to protect democracy in Ukraine? They don't even have democracy in Gaza, so I guess we don't have to worry about you defending democracy in Gaza. I haven't heard anything about that in the last few days. Who knows? Some hostages. Let's see. One time there was a the wrong body was delivered, and that was a big scandalous mess. And then they got the right body, and I don't know what happened after that. But I mean, it's hard to keep up with Gaza when you're over here bullying Zelensky. It's a distraction. So we just don't I don't even know what's happening in Gaza. I guess we'll find out.